What if I told you there was a mouse that could do it all? Bam! The Razer Orochi V2 is not that mouse, but I do think it is one of the best on the market today. I will have a link down below if you want to get one for yourself or that special somebody, and make sure you like and sub if you're into that kind of thing. Quick disclaimer, I did pay for this out of my own pocket, and I have been using this exclusively for about the past month or so. The Orochi V2 is a wireless, lightweight, battery-powered mouse from Razer. Without a battery, it weighs less than 60 grams and goes up to 18,000 DPI. Let's get into the good, the bad, and the ugly. Alright, just kidding. But there are some side notes, so stay tuned. So let's start with the good. The weight of this mouse is right on par with where I want my mice to be, and that's with using a lithium AA battery. And I just love that you're given the option of using a double or triple A battery without the need of an adapter, and you can use lithium or alkaline. So it's fully customizable on how much you want it to weigh and how long you want the battery to last. And while we're on that topic, the battery life of this thing is just insane. At the time of this review, I'm actually still using the same battery that it came with, the AA lithium. And I use this thing every single day in 2.4 gigahertz while gaming, and then a Bluetooth on my Mac when I'm video editing. Now, another area where they killed it, which is no surprise if you're familiar with Razer's mice, is in the switches. They use their optical mechanical switches in this thing, which are my absolute fave when it comes to mice. I mean, they're just so responsive and they seriously just never miss a beat. Have a listen. And the final thing I want to touch on is performance. This thing never stutters and never has an awkward drag. The sensor on this thing is like damn near perfect. And all that without drawing hardly any power at all. Now with the bad. Starting with the size. I have medium-sized hands and this thing fits my hands fine. But this thing is an absolute bean. If you're coming from a full-size mouse like I was, it will take some getting used to. And then there's Bluetooth performance. Remember when I was saying that I use Bluetooth on my Mac when I'm using video editing and things like that? Well, that overall experience hasn't really been enjoyable. It stutters, sometimes it just starts juddering back and forth across the screen. Ultimately, if you're using Bluetooth on a Mac, you're kind of SOL. Now, let's just hit on a few little side notes. You can get customizable shells for the Orochi V2, but from what I could tell from looking online, looking on the website, searching forums and things like that, you can't purchase these shells separately, which is a bit of a bummer. It's incredible to have a customization option like that, to where you can fully, just completely change the way your mouse looks based on something that you love, but it sucks that you just have to buy a totally new mouse to do that. You can't just buy these shells. I don't really know why. Now, hopefully that will change in the future, but at least at the time of this review, that's all I could find out. And as always with Razer products, Synapse is required. Now granted, Synapse, in my opinion, is kind of at its best form that's ever been right now, and I actually don't mind it so much anymore. I've kind of been finding Synapse really enjoyable. But nonetheless, I know a lot of people are software snobs. A lot of people don't like have to have extra software on their computer. Now, how does this compare to something like the G305? Honestly, I don't even think it's comparable at all. Yes, it is about double the price of the G305, but in my opinion, and quite honestly, you get double the functionality and just double the performance altogether from that little mouse. For me, I would even say it rivals the Viper Ult in overall performance. And it has a top DPI, which, I'm a stickler for. So should you buy the Razer Orochi V2? If you like symmetrical lightweight mice, then hell yes. I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty skeptical of getting a battery powered mouse before I picked this thing up. But the battery life on this thing is so insane, I'm just absolutely floored. It's so small and compact you can easily throw it away or pack it in your bag for a business trip or anything like that. And it doesn't look all cheesy and gamery. But if you have larger hands, prefer ergo mice, or you just want your mouse to have a little more oomph to it, I don't think this is gonna be the mouse for you. I'm sorry, but this mouse is pretty dang small. I mean, it is a very specific shape and size, and it's most definitely not gonna appeal to everybody. So hopefully you found this helpful, and if you have any questions, make sure you leave them down in the comments below, or message me on Twitter. But as always, stay swole, take care, peace. Pretty skeptical of a battery powered mouse when